Hi guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to be adding weights to our search. Sometimes when you're interacting with a page that uses JavaScript, things are not going to happen immediately. For example, you may select an author from the dropdown and then it may take a couple of seconds before the tags dropdown is populated. Although the page we're using is very fast, other pages may be much slower and you'll have to wait. The easiest way to wait is to do time.sleep and add like 5 seconds. You need to import time if you're going to do this, so let's do that at the top. Time comes with Python, so you don't have to install anything. And what this does in Python is it just stops everything for 5 seconds. If you run app.py now and you type Bob Marley and music, you'll see that Chrome opens, Bob Marley selected, and then nothing happens for 5 seconds, and eventually music is selected. Again, you may need to wait if your program is too fast for the website. However, sometimes time.sleep is not appropriate. In fact, most of the time, time.sleep is not appropriate because it waits for 5 seconds even if the element is available after 1 second. Fortunately, Selenium comes with a way to wait until something happens. So what you can do is you can wait until the different options of the tag have become available. And that's what we're going to do instead of time.sleep. What we'll do is we will go ahead and import a couple of things that we're going to need. So no longer need time there. So we're going to need these 3 things. From Selenium WebDriver common by import by, we're going to need Selenium WebDriver support expected conditions and Selenium WebDriver support wait WebDriver wait. Then let's go back down to our search, and here we're going to do a wait until. So we're going to do WebDriver wait, and we're going to pass in the browser and the maximum amount of time we want to wait. And then we're going to do until. This is what's called an implicit wait, but it is a fairly explicit implicit wait. So this type of wait is going to wait until something happens. And what's going to happen is we're going to say expected conditions dot presence of element located. And then in here, we pass in a tuple of by CSS selector and the quotes page locators dot tag dropdown value option. This doesn't exist yet, by the way, but let me just explain what's going on first. We're going to wait up to 10 seconds until the element is in the page. It doesn't have to be visible, it just has to be in the page. And this is the element that we're going to look for. We're going to look for this thing, and we're telling Selenium that that thing is a CSS selector. If this thing was an element's ID, you could do by ID. If that thing was something else, you could do all of these: ID, XPath, link text, partial link text, name, tag name, class name, or CSS selector. So these are all the different options for searching. And up till now, we've only been using find element by CSS selector. So we've not had to use the by class. But the expected conditions module here does need the by and the locator, and you have to say both of them. So then we have to go and create this locator here. And this locator is going to be select tag. So it's basically an element inside this select, and it is an option that has a value. So if the options don't have a value, they won't match this selector, but if any option inside this select has a value, then it will match the selector and we'll be able to find it. So what it's saying is wait until that tag select has an option that has a value, and you wait up to 10 seconds. The reason for it is that if you right click on this tag name here and you look at this one specifically, you'll see that there are multiple options in there. But only the actual tags have an option. The first option in the select doesn't have a value. It's just a bunch of dashes. So when you don't have an author selected, then these selects here don't have options with values. It only has an option without a value. And as soon as you select an author, then you have your different values appearing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for an option with a value to appear, and that's for how long we're going to wait. Notice that if it's instant, then this is going to be instant as well, or almost instant. And if it's not, then this is going to wait up to 10 seconds. The way this works internally is it just checks every now and then to see if it's appeared. Once again, this just works the same way. We type Bob Marley, and then we type music, and you'll see that now it's almost instant because that appears very quickly. But if you run it, and if we like quotes from this author, what you'll see is that it's going to wait up to 10 seconds after launching Chrome, because by selecting this author, this hasn't changed and there are no tags in there, no options that have a value. And after 10 seconds, you'll see an error appeared, an unknown error appeared. Please try again. Hopefully all of this makes sense. The whole waiting is very important when you're using Selenium. You're gonna have to be waiting a lot of the time when you're interacting with JavaScript websites, because things can take a while. If the website has to talk to a server, that can take some time, and you just don't want to be faster than the website. And not only that, but sometimes you actually want to be deliberately slow, because users can be slower as well. So waiting, very important. I've just scratched the surface here in this video. You've got explicit and implicit waits. Explicit wait is when you actually tell Python how long to wait for. Implicit waits is when you wait until a certain amount of time, or up to a certain amount of time. So thanks for joining me in this video. Hope you've learned something. I'll see you on the next one.